Alright, going to show you how to do this problem. Step one with all these problems is figure out our units. We're not going to do A and B, sorry, we're just doing C, which is about the math problem. So in the first one, I want kilowatt hours per year is my units, okay? And I look at my givens that are going to help me. It's about my cows, right? So I have this unit's going to help me per day. I know that there's 365 days per year, so I'm going to probably need to know that. And then I also say that, oh, I've got 500 cows. Okay, so let's do it on the next page. What? 500 cows, and each cow, one cow in a day, produces 3 kilowatt hours with the methane digester, and then I'm going to convert my days into years by using 365 days is 1 year. Okay, looking at my canceling, I've got cows cancel, I've got days cancel, and I'm in kilowatt hours per year, which is what I want to be in. Simplifying my numbers, the scientific notation, helps me do mental math. Squared, multiply that by 3, multiply that by 3.65 times 10 to the second. So my answer is going to be in kilowatt hours per year. And my numbers, 5 times 3 is 15. 15 times 3 is 45, right? And then I've got 0.65 of 15, so that's around, what, a little more than a half, or around 8. So I'm going to just call that 53. So 53 times 10 to the second, added to the second, so that'll be 10 to the fourth kilowatt hours per year. Great. So the second problem, I, says how much would the farmer save? It already tells us, so if it's save, I'd want dollars per year, okay? And it tells us that the farmer pays about 0.110 cents per kilowatt hour. So I'm going to multiply that by how much electricity they produce, 53 times 10 to the fourth kilowatt hours per year. I'm going to be in dollars per year. Now I'm going to say 53 times 0.1, put this in scientific notation, 1 times 10 to the negative 1 times, I'm going to put that as 5.3 times 5.3 times 10 to the fifth, right? So now when I multiply those, I'll be in units of 10 to the fourth. 1 times 5.3 is just 5.3 times 10 to the fourth dollars per year. Seeing that as a whole number sometimes helps. It's 53 with 4 zeros, so $530,000 a year, which I did that wrong. So it's actually only got one less zero, so it's more like $53,000. Yeah, 530 sounded too much. $53,000. All right. So part 3 says that if the methane digester costs $400,000, okay, and my answer, it wants how many years? So I need to get rid of dollars, I got to divide it by some other dollar amount. I'm going to use how much it produces per year. So that's going to be 53,000. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so canceling zeros out. I could do this in scientific notation too. 53 goes into 400. I'm going to say, well, 50 goes into 400 about 8 times. So it's probably like a little less than 8. So around 7.5 years. That's my estimation. Okay, now the final part, part C, asks us to figure out how many cows he needs. Okay, this is a tricky one, right? So how many cows does the farmer need? How many cows does he need to produce all the electricity he needs? And according to the problem, so the part C says that they need 800,000 kilowatt hours per year. And all the calculations that I did up here, right, this whole 53 times 10 to the fifth, or 5.3 times 10 to the fifth, 5.3 times 10 to the fifth kilowatt hours per year. That's assuming he only has 500 cows, right? So I know that he's going to need more than 500 cows because if I put this in scientific notation, 8 times 10 to the 2, 3, 4. So he needs 8 times 10 to the fifth kilowatt hours per year. And 500 cows only make you 5.3, right? So just estimating, I'm just going to estimate that he needs roughly 700 cows, okay? Around 700 cows. That's going to be my estimation. But AP exam wants to see that we know how to do some of this math, so let's get it out exactly by saying that one cow makes 3 kilowatt hours. But that was per day, so I have to then say, well, in a year, that would be 365 days per year. Okay, this was a cow day, right? Because each cow in a day, that's why I did that. So 3 times 365, so around, what, 900, around, well, let's just do it out. 3 times 365, I've got 15, 3 times 6 is 18, 19, 1, 3 times 3, 9, 10, 1,096. So, one cow gives around 1,096 kilowatt hours per year. Okay? So now, using that equivalency I just made, is one cow gives 1,096 kilowatt hours, and I want to know how many total cows, so I need to then get rid of these kilowatt hours. So I got to put my 800,000 kilowatt hours on top so that I can cancel out kilowatt hours. Okay, so now I need to know how many times does 1,096 go into 800,000. Ooh, in the head that'd be tough, so let's put it in scientific notation. Let's round this number to 1.1, okay, times 10 to the third. And then this number, put it in scientific notation, 800,000, 8 times 10 to the fifth. Okay, now I can say my answer is in 10 to the second. 1.1 goes into 8 about 7 times, so 1.1 into 8.0. I say, all right, okay, that'd be about 7. Okay, 7.7, carry the 3 down, so 11 goes into 3, 2 times, so 7.2, something like that. So it's going to be 7.2 times 10 to the second cows. Okay, or putting that in numbers, 720 cows. Yes, if you used your calculator, you'd get a different answer. However, doing this mental math is going to be a little faster, and calculators aren't allowed on the AP exam. So we got to learn, we got to really improve our skills in just estimating. Okay? Cool. Come talk to me if you have any more questions.